What is up, guys? DCB99 here, back again with just another rambling video, because I just need to talk. I just need to talk about whatever. So, you know how movies these days are kind of ass? They're just not worth watching. They're like empty, soulless, cash grab bullshit. Well, maybe I feel that's a sign that it's time for the independent motherfuckers to rise up and make shit worth talking about. I mean, it's not just movies. Games these days are kind of too. But then you have amazing shit like Pizza Tower and Mutant League Football. Shit that's actually worth playing. Granted, I haven't played Pizza Tower myself, but I would totally love to. I'd like to get a copy of that as soon as I can. Fuck it, I'm not. So yeah. Like I would like to have a shot at making an animated film or whatever, but I don't have like ideas and shit. Like, well, actually I do have ideas, just vague ideas though. Just whatever pops in. Like, I have some ideas that just pop into my head or whatever, and then I'm not interested in them for the rest of whatever. But what I would like to have happen is one of these days I would love to get an animated whatever off the ground. In my unique art style, I'd like to see how it looks in motion. If you know me, you know I'm not the most patient individual around. And that's why I can't do that on my own, I guess. So, I went on both Twitter and Tumblr and decided to make a whole laundry list of shit that I would do for an animated movie. I'm going to go over each bullet point, one by one. Here we go. First off, we'll shoot for a PG-13 rating, because PG means fuck all these days. Yeah, usually studios just go for a PG rating just to avoid the G rating, and slip maybe one or two dirty jokes in here or there. Because, I mean, you can do a lot with a PG rating, but the reason I want to go up one is so I can allow my characters to swear a bit more. Maybe not go overboard with it, but still. Second, 2D animation with an art style that evokes 2000 street art, something gritty. You know, the sketchy type of shit that you would see some old Flash animation, like Rockman Neo type shit. I mean, yeah, like, imagine my art style cleaned up. Like, my art style is not that great. With a bit of polish, it could look good. Yeah, I would want something rough, something gritty, something sketchy. Something interesting. Next bullet point is Michiru Yamane composing the music. I'm not sure. Like, it would be dope if she composed music for like one of these animated films or whatever. I mean, she's used to composing like games and shit, but imagine if she composed a film score. That would be kind of epic. You know, if you've played any of the Castlevanias from Bloodlines through Order of Ecclesia, you'd know her soundtrack is just fine. Symphony of the Night in particular is one of her best works. Go play Symphony of the Night. And while you're at it, also play Aria of Sorrow, Dawn of Sorrow, and Portrait of Ruin. Good shit. Next up on the list, to hell with celebrity voice actors. To hell with celebrities. Give me voice actors or don't give me shit, and just have, yeah. So everyone knows that, like some of these casting choices are absolute what the fuck casting choices. Chris Pratt as Mario, for example, is, yeah, like he's not even trying. He's just playing himself. That's all these guys do. Give me someone with actual talent, for fuck's sake. In my example, I listed a few of the. I am very biased. I am very biased towards certain voice acting talent pools. Like Toronto is my current favorite because they're kind of underrated. If you've ever, yeah, like if you've seen fucking X-Men or Total Drama or the Power Stone anime, the old crappy wacky Deke Double Sailor Moon, even, yeah, that talent pool, all those guys. So motherfuckers like Lion Smith, Scott McCall, Rob Tinkler, Megan Fallenbach, Stacey DePass, all those motherfuckers. Yeah, Martin Roach, Susan Roman. Yeah, all that trope of actors from up in Toronto. I mean, I have nothing to do with that area. I'm just a fan of their work. Next, moving on. Actually, no. I kind of need to go over this one a bit more because I'm just, before I move on, I'm gonna say that these guys are usually tied to doing just kids content these days. It would be dope to get some more material, like some material aimed at like an older audience and shit. Some deeper material for these guys to flex with. I mean, they used to do that stuff. Like, the X-Men cartoon went pretty hard. It tackled all sorts of issues and stuff. And let's not forget that the old Resident Evils used to be recorded in Toronto also. Fucking yeah, Allison Court went from playing fucking Lunette on the big comfy couch to fucking Jubilee in X-Men to Claire Redfield on RE2. And then you had Lion Smith in Resident Evil 0 playing the dude in the cloak with the leeches. Yeah, I want them to play more parts like those. Shout out to all them. Totally underrated VAs. Nobody talks about them but me. Except for maybe some people up north. Moving on. We need a story as deep as the shit we used to watch back in the 2000s and back. You know, yeah, give us a tear-jerking, epic story or whatever. Something thought-provoking, something DCAU-esque. Speaking of which, can we get Paul Dini to write this shit? That would be kind of dope. And I know this contradicts one of the points I did earlier. I also said a handful of licensed music that could complement the score well. I listed early 2000s nu metal type shit as an example, but I don't know about that. I only listed that because with the gritty art style, you need gritty music. Like some fucking, like some of that. Or maybe some 90s, whatever, 80s metal type shit. Maybe some, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about earlier. I have just vague bullshit in my head, which is not exactly a good plan. But all I'm saying is, wouldn't it be dope to hear some of your old favorite music from fucking Linkin Park and Disturbed or whatever? Yeah, them and like Dream Theater, Finger 11 or whatever. Yeah, all the shit that was popular back in the day, the shit you would hear in countless AMVs. You know, all that shit. The music everybody was obsessed with back in the early days of this site. Yeah, all of that shit to be heard in a movie would be kind of lit. Or I'd be down for 80s metal too though. Yeah, 80s metal would be kind of sick. But another thing that would be awesome, I know I love Rush, but I didn't list them because if you were going to make if you were going to make like an animated film with Rush music in it, you better just make a fucking movie around the music. Like make an adaptation of Clockwork Angels, for instance. It would be lit to have an adaptation of Clockwork Angels with those voice actors I mentioned before narrating. Okay. Next point, it would need to give viewers a reason to care about its characters, its heroes and villains. Yeah, I would like. Yeah, and it says here that I would like a team of around 3 to 5 characters as the focus. I have no, like, there's just something about that. 3 characters, 4, 5, whatever. It didn't have to be a Sentai thing, but still. Yeah, and then of course, yeah, just I don't care if it's like 2 guys and 3 gals or 3 guys and 2 gals, whatever the hell. Yeah, it could be anything really. Any team composition. Just saying, like I would want like a film focusing on the bonds of this squad, if you will. And of course, you would need a memorable villain as well, and give him give them a few generals, if you will. Have it like play out like some Saint Seiya shit where our heroes squad has to go through these generals to get to the top, like bosses in a game, if you will. Y'all know how Mega Man works, right? Like he has to go through 8 bosses and then go through 8 bosses before he gets to Wily, right? Or going back to using Saint Seiya as an example, like our heroes have to go through the gold Saints or whatever to go to get to the Pope or some shit. Shit like that. I don't know. That would be kind of lit, or we could just have our main or we could just have one main villain with no without some generals or whatever. Just make it some sort of Dracula thing where heroes join forces to fight this son of a bitch. Anyways, that's about. I don't know what story beats I'd want exactly, because I'm no writer. Because, as you guys know, I have like more mental illnesses than I do fingers. That's probably exaggerating, but still, that's what it feels like anyway. I mean, everyone has their up days and down days, right? So, yeah, who knows? So that's about it. With yeah, but I would like. Yeah, well, that's it for that. I'm just saying. I would like to. There are a few things stopping, and there are a few roadblocks in my way. There is absolutely no way I can afford the animation studio and voice actors I want to work with because like the job I'm working right now won't allow for it because I only yeah, I would need to find a better job or some shit. I don't know. And I don't and I'm not the type of guy who can just book a flight somewhere and pitch my idea to some schmuck. That's not gonna it's not gonna happen. Like, idea my ass. I have fuck all as I just established. Aside from one, like, I there was one idea I had based on some shit me and my ex had based on some characters me and my ex had created, like a three part whatever miniseries, or either a miniseries or a freaking movie. I don't care what it, a miniseries or 3 movies. I don't care what it comes out as. All I know is it would revolve around our characters, whatever, how they met, strengthening their bonds, honing their powers and shit, and then fighting like a final boss at the end. Who knows? That's pretty much it. If yeah, 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 but there's one problem. I can't write for other people's stuff. So yeah, so that's a massive roadblock. It's like, and besides, the other contributor of this project doesn't exactly get along with me. Yeah, they think I'm annoying. But still, then I had yeah, I'm not sure what other ideas I have. I could come up with something, but then I have all these other questions that need answered. Like, do I set it in the past or the present, maybe the future? How far back into the past do I set it? Do I want the characters to be human characters, furry characters, whatever? Do I? Yeah. What's? Yeah. I have to come up with a few of those. Everyone says that a good writer is well read, but like, I'm not a writer. I'm just a character designer with a few vague ideas, and I'm a voice acting fanboy. That's about it. And then yeah, that's yeah. There's like, I have like no. Where was I? About me not being a writer. Like, yeah, I just have vague idea. Yeah, it's still like, I just have vague ideas and shit. It's, yeah, I can't do. And so yeah, money is one thing stopping me from going out and pitching this shit. The other is the fact that I can't think of stories to tell because I'm not a writer. However, while it is possible to collab with someone to do the writing part, their ideas are mostly their vision and not yours. Or some shit. It's like, Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure if mental problems are the culprit, or if it's just me being lazy or procrastinating or some shit. Who knows? Not only, yeah, it's not. I mean, you could take some of these ideas and apply them to games also, but I don't know fuck about coding. Like, if I did, I'd already have a couple games out. But my dream game would probably either be a beat 'em up or like a Legends like, which is a. I mean, someone's already making a freaking Legends like. But if I was going to make a Legends like, I'd give it dual analog controls, which I think this other Legends like will probably do. And also, if I want to make a Legends like, I'll get the voice actors that made Legend. I'll get some of the voices. If I was making a Legends like, I would want the voice talent pool that worked on the original Mega Man Legends games in the first place. That would be kind of sick, but I doubt that's gonna happen. I doubt I'll ever meet any of these people. I doubt I'll ever get to work with a studio overseas or whatever. I doubt many of my ideas will ever see the light of day because I have the attention span of a potted plant. Yeah, it's yeah. I have the concept. I have the yeah. I have the attention. Yeah, and yeah. What is wrong with me? Why can't I think of anything? Am I creative or am I a hack? You guys tell me in the comments below because my time is up with this shit. I'm done talking about it. I just need to get this off my chest. That's about it. See ya. Uh, and and 937 represent.